If you are trying to decide if you should have a fibroid surgery or a fibroid removal procedure, or if you should go the holistic natural route, this video is going to be for you. Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. I'm Shantae and I am a wellness strategist. I share my journey with fibroids and how I am healing from fibroids naturally. I also share wellness tips and hormone health and gut health tips. So if any of those things interest you, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button and stick around so that you can learn more. In this video, I'm sharing pros and cons to going the holistic route for healing fibroids or managing fibroids. Before I jump into all that, I want to give my disclaimer. This video is not medical advice. I am not a doctor. I'm not your doctor. I am sharing my experience and some of the things that I've learned along the way, talking to and helping other women. My goal here is always to help you make informed choices. So this video is to help you do that. It's to give you the information that you need so that you can make an informed choice. Before I get into the pros and the cons of healing from fibroids naturally or managing fibroids naturally, let me say this. I think that it is super important that before you take in all this information and get all this information, that you take a moment, pause this video before you even watch anything else. Think about what you want to do. Think about the next step that feels right for you. And the reason that I say this is because when I was first diagnosed with fibroids, and it was kind of time for me to make a decision about treatment, I was presented with two options. And that was birth control or to have surgery. Like, that was it. And my initial physical reaction to that, like, I didn't even say anything, but my inside of me, my physical reaction was no. Like, even though my doctor never, said anything about making any type of lifestyle changes or that it was even possible to heal or manage fibroids naturally, I feel like my body knew, the inside of me knew, my gut knew that there was another option for me. That's why I'm encouraging you, before you take in all the information that I'm about to give you, other information out here on the internet, before you do any of that, check in with yourself first, because usually whatever comes up for us first is usually the right answer. Now that I've gotten all that out of the way, let's jump into these pros and these cons of healing fibroids naturally or managing fibroids naturally. And I know you're probably shocked that there are even cons to this, but stay tuned. There are some cons or some drawbacks to going the holistic route for healing and managing fibroids. And I'll get into that later in the video. The first pro for me in healing holistically is probably the most obvious thing for most people, or the thing that resonates with most people. Healing fibroids naturally or managing fibroids naturally requires no real downtime. Now, I say no real downtime, but I will say during this journey of holistic healing, there are going to be times where you are fatigued, you are frustrated, you are experiencing lots of negative emotions. And that is all a part of the healing process, and it can render you, sometimes even unable to work because of the intense feelings and emotions that you might be experiencing. So do keep that in mind if you are considering going the holistic route. The next pro for healing fibroids naturally or going the holistic route is that you are able to build a healthy lifestyle. So healing fibroids or managing fibroids naturally is all about building a lifestyle. It's about building a lifestyle that will heal you, that will energize you, that will make you feel good, and that will prevent diseases and conditions like fibroids as well as other things. So focusing on building that foundational lifestyle that's going to set you up for success in your overall health is one of the most important things that I've gotten from doing the holistic route. And if you would like some more information or like to learn more about how you can build these foundational habits, I do have an ebook that I will link below, and you can check that out. That's going to help you build those foundational habits and build a lifestyle for yourself. Another pro for going the holistic route is that you get the opportunity to rebuild your relationship with your body or create a relationship with your body. A lot of us grow up in societies and families and communities in situations and circumstances that actually don't encourage us to be in touch with our bodies, be in tune with what's going on in our bodies, and even be in tune with our feminine energy. A lot of us grow up in situations that cause us to be disconnected from that. And so during this healing journey, I've actually experienced so much more of a connection with my body now. I actually feel like I'm able to make better decisions for myself. I'm able to have better boundaries for myself. And I feel like all of that comes from having more respect for my body as a woman. The next plus to going the natural route is that you can drastically improve, or I should say decrease, your recurrence rate for fibroids. If you're able to go the natural or holistic route and shrink and get rid of fibroids, what I've noticed is that women typically continue on with this lifestyle and don't really have any problems in the future. However, the key to this is making sure that you continue on with the lifestyle that you've created. And I should also say, if you do decide to have surgery, keep in mind that the recurrence rates are actually kind of high. One study that I saw stated that the recurrence rate was somewhere between 15 to 33%, which in my opinion is really high. And also in my experience and in the experience of other women that I've talked to, a lot of doctors will tell you if you are having a surgery so that you can get pregnant, they want you to get pregnant rather quickly, like within the next 6 months after having that procedure, because the likelihood of recurrence is really high. And the likelihood of it happening within the year after you've had one of these procedures is actually pretty high. So keep that in mind when you are making your decision. And I'm gonna get a little bit more into that a little bit later in this video. One of the drawbacks, and yes, there are actually drawbacks to choosing to go the natural route. And one of them is that it takes time. This is not really going to be a drawback for everyone. It's really a drawback if you are having very severe symptoms and you need to take action immediately. The other group of people that'll find this to be a drawback is those that are trying to conceive. Because, you know, if you need to conceive before menopause and you are getting close to that age, you might be in more of a time crunch and you might not have a couple years like me to go the holistic route, because it can take years. Now, another drawback is that going the holistic route can seem and can feel costlier. And if I'm being honest with you, yes, sometimes I spend a lot of money on food. I'm also a person that just loves anything wellness and wellness gadgets. But again, having a healthy lifestyle doesn't have to cost a lot. And I go through this, like I said, in my ebook about foundational habits for fibroid management. You don't have to spend a lot of money. However, there are going to be some things that you're going to have to invest in. So for some people, that can feel more costly than just paying for a procedure that maybe your insurance covers most of. It's worth the investment to practice these lifestyle habits and spend money on things that are truly going to impact my health in a positive way from a long-term perspective. Obviously, I think that the holistic route or going the natural route is the best way to go overall, in my opinion. However, I do realize that that is not going to be the best option for everyone. So I just wanted to provide some insight to help you make a more informed decision and just to help you take control of your health and make smarter decisions for yourself. I hope you found this video super helpful. I hope that it can help you make the right decision for yourself. Be sure to leave me a comment and let me know what in this video resonated with you the most and which one are you considering. If you're at the stage where you're considering, a procedure, let me know down in the comments. And be sure to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who might be considering a fibroid procedure. Thanks for watching, and here are some other videos that you'll find helpful as well.